Guys, so I'm here to make another video about spiders, and this one is about slings not molting. Now, it can be kind of concerning if your sling hasn't molted in a few months and you're like, what the heck? Why aren't you molting? Are you still alive in there? But I'm here to tell you that it's perfectly normal for your sling to not molt for a few months. It doesn't matter if it's a teeny weeny baby sling or if it is a 1.5-inch already leg span. Sometimes they just don't molt the way that we expect them to. And that's something that I've learned to kind of accept with spiders, is that sometimes they're just unpredictable and there's no way to tell what they're going to do. Some good signs to look for: if your sling hasn't eaten in a little while, that's a good thing. That means that it's probably going to molt soon. And sometimes it can even be for up to like a month or a month and a half where your sling will just refuse to eat. And good things are probably on your horizon. Your sling is probably going to molt. Another thing that people get kind of shocked about, they're like, why is my sling turning a different color? Like, you know, it kind of just sits there and is like turning milky looking. That is also a good thing. So that kind of also means that it's probably about to molt soon, because they obviously shed their exoskeleton when they molt. And so what happens is their new skeleton, I guess, on the inside, it gets so big, and so like the one on the outside gets all like nasty looking and finally just cracks off. So if your sling isn't molting on a regular schedule, that's okay if it's not eating, as long as it seems otherwise fairly healthy. You don't notice any like just kind of laying around not doing anything. As long as it's still active, as long as, you know, you're still giving it water and stuff, then that is a good thing, and that generally will mean that, you know, it will molt. It will molt. It's not going to just die on you. And I have a Brazilian red baby. I have a Brazilian red bird eater, and I was frightened to death. She didn't molt for about 3 months. And I also have a Brazilian blue, as you could probably see from my other video. And I got them at the same time. They were relatively the same age, but my Brazilian blue was molting every month, and then my red bird eater was just never molting. And I was like, oh my god, what the hell? Why is my spider not molting? And that is completely normal. Spiders are unpredictable. Sometimes they molt really fast, sometimes they molt every month, sometimes they don't molt for 3 or 4 months. So don't worry, your sling is probably not dying. It's probably a-okay. So just give it some time, keep trying to feed it. If it's not eating, that's probably a good sign. It probably means it'll molt soon. But like I said, sometimes spiders are finicky, sometimes they're unpredictable, sometimes they won't eat for a few months before they actually go into molt. So just keep trying. Just make sure that your spider seems okay. I mean, I know that there's probably not really a vet that you can take it to if it doesn't seem okay, but you know, just keep on giving them love, giving them attention, and most of the time they will end up molting. Spiders are funny that way. It's like, just when you expect nothing to happen, all of a sudden they molt. And that's actually happened to me a few times with my bird eater. She actually just recently molted, and I was like, oh, she's such a slow molter. Like, between the last 2 molts, it's been like 3 times in between, 3 months, sorry, in between each one. I was like, this is probably, she's just a slow molter. Because she's such a big spider, I'm like, you know, it'll probably take her quite a while to get up to full size. That's fine. And since then, she molted like less than a month later. So she molted like twice in a row. Sometimes spiders will just do that to you. So if your spider isn't molting, especially if it's a sling, don't worry. No need for any panic. Just give it time. And yeah, that's all I can really say about that. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe.